What were some of those first steps when you begin to say yes to what God was opening?
Well, when I think about Joel, you said Joel worked behind the scenes, and so I would do whatever I could. I'll never forget the time that Joel's father, he was in front of the camera, so he had, TV makeup people and kind of trying to make him look good. I mean, he looked great, but, we all need a little when you go in those glaring cameras.
It's
and
true.
so I would pick him up from home and take him to church on Sunday mornings.
Aww.
And one day we're just sitting there, and I was sitting there, and his makeup girl said, I'm sorry to give you this news, but my husband's being transferred, and I won't be here next week. I have to go with my husband. It's a quick thing, and I'm really sorry. And I was like, oh no, I know what we're gonna do. And he's like, he turns and he looks at me, he looks at her and he said, okay. And he turned and he looked at me, he said, can you do my hair and makeup? And I'm like, you trust me with your hair? If you trust me, I can do it.
Yeah.
So I literally started doing his hair and his makeup.
Yep.
I have no cosmetology, anything.
She probably did better than the other.
But so I mean, you think about it, and let me tell you what's so funny about that is that I can look back at that time and I can see how it was created in me discipline.
And what about the time this is what I'm thinking about, the time that you got to spend with him?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Were things that he would share. I mean, that you didn't, that you don't have that today, but that I'm sure he invested in you because he was always doing that, from what April says.
Yeah.
Teaching and training and talking to his kids because he loved you guys so much.
Oh yeah, and then that's true. That's invaluable.
Yeah.
Just that time spent, and we traveled with him. We were with him so much. And you're right. It's interesting because sometimes we don't appreciate something at the time until it's taken away from us.
Yeah.
We'll say, I don't really like my job, or my husband makes me so mad, and this and that, and you forget to appreciate what's in your life right now. And sometimes I like to encourage people, it's like, well, what you may not be appreciating, someone else is praying for. And so we really have to understand that what's going on in our life right now may not always be.
Yeah.
And so we do have to appreciate that every day and every moment.
So true.
And you're so right. I look back and I think, wow, how many people would have loved to have been able to do what I did?